Okay, so today we're going to be looking at a longer measurement, and this one is called meters. So if we look at this book here, we have a guitar, and the guitar, as you can see, even with meter, when you're using meter measurement, you have to start at 0 and then you end exactly on the line. So in this case, the guitar is 100 centimeters long. Now 100 centimeters equals 1 meter, and I'm going to write that right here. 1 meter. Now, just as the same way we have a shortened way of writing cm, mm, it's the same thing. For meter, we write 1m. So we need to make sure that we don't get it confused. And we need to make sure that we know the difference. This is 1 meter, 1 centimeter, 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter is the smallest, and then 1 centimeter, and then 1 meter is the largest. So I want to show you here how big a meter ruler is. This is a meter ruler. We use it at school to measure blackboards, to draw lines on the blackboards, to measure longer stuff. So the meter ruler is used to measure items that are a bit longer than what we can measure with a short ruler. Because if we look at our rulers, it's short, it's probably about 15 centimeters, 30 centimeters the most. So if we want to measure longer objects, we need to use something that's a bit longer, and this meter ruler helps us to measure longer objects. Now, when it goes to longer objects, we are also able to use measuring tapes. They can also use centimeters to measure. And then we know that once we reach 100 centimeters, we're then going into 1 meter. If we meet 200 centimeters, we're then at 2 meters. So it helps us. Now, if you've ever visited one of the stores here in Belize to purchase cloth, they also use the meter ruler to measure cloth. The meter ruler can also be measured in inches, but today we're focused on meters. So 100 centimeters equals 1 meter. 1 meter is written 1m. This so far is the biggest unit of measurement that we have covered, so all of the others are smaller than it. Now, what if I have 200 centimeters? How many meters is this? Well, if 100 is 1, 200 is 2, 300 centimeters is 3, 400 centimeters is 4, 500 centimeters is 5 meter, and it goes on. Okay, so we're going to be taking a look at this example here. It says Ali's height is 1 meter 25 centimeters. What is his height in centimeters? So Ali's height is 1 meter 25 centimeters. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 1 meter 25 centimeter. What is his height? They're asking what is his height in centimeters. So they want us to convert all of this to centimeters. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw my line out here. I know that 1 meter equals 100 centimeter. And then I have 25 centimeter. And I'm going to go ahead and add these up. Always write your little units behind it, your measurement, so that you know what you're working with. And it becomes 125 centimeters. So once you've already learned how to convert centimeters and millimeters, learning how to work with bigger measurements like meters, kilometers, all the other bigger measurement that comes after this, it's going to be easy. You've already learned the basics, so you will know how to do this, okay? Now let's take a look at another example. What is 2 meters 72 centimeters in centimeters? So let me write that here. 2 meters and 72 centimeters. I'm just gonna write the chart for that one. Okay, is this a meter? No. Why isn't it a meter? Because it's less than 100. It needs to be 100 to be a meter. So 2 meters equals 200 centimeters. And then I'm going to add my 72 centimeters. So I'm going to write that over here so that I could add it. 272. So my answer is 272 centimeters. So what if I had something like this? 4 meters, 200 centimeters. And they're asking us to turn this into centimeters. Well, 4 meters is 400 centimeters, because remember, 100 centimeters is 1 meter. So it's 400, and then I have 200 centimeters. But we need to remember, in actuality, this is actually 2 meters because it's over 100. So it's no longer, it's 200 centimeters, but it can also be 1 meter, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and add this up. I wrote an 8 instead of a 6. Okay, so this becomes 600 centimeters because we're doing it in centimeters, right? So I have 600 centimeter, and if they asked me to turn that to meters, this would actually be 6 meters. All right, so 100 centimeters is 1 meter. So today we're going to be practicing with some conversion, changing meters and centimeters all to centimeters.